I'm here at the Grand Sierra Resort in Reno, and I'm going to teach you the very best bet the casino offers. It's on the craps table, but it's not marked anywhere. It's kind of like ordering a special that's not on the menu. Ready to learn about this game-changing bet? Let's go. Often called the free odds bet, this is the casino bet that pays out at true odds, making it a zero house edge bet. Unless you are a skilled card counter in the game of blackjack, you really can't do better than the odds bet anywhere in the casino. Now, it's not really a free bet. It is an extra wager that is added to your pass line or come bet. Those bets do carry a house edge, although it is very small. Now, odds on the pass in the come bet is called taking odds. You can also lay odds with a don't pass or a don't come bet. But I'm not going to cover those bets today. It is not a very popular way to play because you have to lay out more money to win back less. You are rooting for a 7-out and will win when most of the table will lose. Just know that it works opposite of the pass in the come bet. There are limits to how much you can take in odds. For example, if your pass line bet is $10 and the odds allowed are 3 times, you can add up to $30 in odds. The pass line bet is always paid at 1-to-1, but the odds bet is paid at the true odds of the point number. The limits will be posted at the table. 3, 4, and 5 times odds is pretty much the standard in most casinos. 3 times for the point numbers 4 and 10, 4 times for the point numbers 5 and 9, and 5 times for the point numbers 6 and 8. Some casinos limit their odds bet to only 2 times, while some allow 10, 20, and even 100 times odds. Here at the GSR, they allow up to 5 times odds on all the numbers, which is pretty awesome. By the way, if you're headed here to Reno, come check out the GSR. I also have a discount code in the video description if you're interested in that. While the pass line and the come bet are contract bets, they can never be removed. The odds bet, however, you can remove them at any time. The casino will happily allow you to remove these odds because they have a zero house edge, which means over time they don't make any profit on this bet. To make an odds bet is easy. You need to have a pass line bet out, and then after the point is established on a number, it doesn't matter which number it is, you then take your chips and stack them directly behind your original bet. Let's say we're at a $10 minimum table with 3, 4, 5 times an odds. With the puck in the off position, you start out with a $10 pass line bet. This bet will either win, lose, or establish a point. Let's say a 4 is rolled. With the 4 and 10, you will be allowed up to 3 times odds. You can now put down 10, 20, or even $30, which would be 3 times the base bet on the pass line. Now, you don't have to place the maximum odds, and as a beginner, maybe you don't have the nerve or the bankroll to do so. But even with single odds, you lower the combined house edge to 0.8%. As you add more odds to it, it just lowers the house edge ever so slightly more. And of course, you win more because you're wagering more. With single odds, and we win on the 4 or 10, we are paid 1-to-1 for the base bet, and because the true odds on the 4 and 10 are 2-to-1, you win 2 for every 1 for your odds bet. In this case, we get paid $20 for a $10 bet. What if we had the maximum of 3 times or $30 behind our line? We would be paid $10 next to our pass line and 2-to-1 or $60 next to our $30 odds bet. All right, now we are winning some money. Look out though, with a 7-out, we lose all $40, the $10 base bet, and the $30 odds bet. Okay, let's say a 9 is rolled on the come out roll this time. You can now put down 10, 20, 30, or even $40 in odds, which would be a maximum of 4 times the base bet on the pass line. Now with single odds, we are paid $10 next to our pass line bet and 15 next to our odds bet. If you maxed out the odds at 4 times, which would be $40 or 4 times the $10 base bet, you would win $10 next to your pass line and $60 next to your odds bet. 3-to-2 odds is the same as 1.5 times your odds. For me, that's a lot easier way to calculate the payoff. If we played $20 in odds, for example, the payoff is 1.5 times. Now, easy math says that's $30. With the 5 and 9, you should wager even dollar amounts for your odds. If you wager an amount such as $15 in odds, the payoff would be $22.50. Now, craps dealers don't deal in small change, so it would be rounded down to $22. It's preferred, and you'll probably be reminded by the dealers to just adjust your odds to make for a better payoff. Now, this only applies to the point numbers 5 and 9 because they are the only odd numbers. I like to remember it with this little saying, even odds on the odd numbers. Or, as someone once told me, if it ends with an E, add even odds. Now on to the points of 6 and 8, which typically allows for 5 times odds. With $10 on the pass line bet, we can put any multiple of 5 from $10 all the way up to $50 in odds behind. The true odds of the 6 and 8 are 6 to 5. So with single odds, we would win $10 or 1-to-1 next to our pass line bet, and we would win $12 for our $10 odds bet. If we had max odds of $50, we would be paid $6 for every 5, which is $60 next to our $50 odds bet. An easy way to calculate the payoff is to remember every green gets a red and every red gets a white. If we had 4 red or $20, we don't even need to do the math. We would win 4 red, and since every red gets a white, we get 4 white, for a total of $24. If we have 2 green, we win 2 green, and since every green gets a red, we get 2 red chips. The examples I gave is for a $10 minimum table. If you like to bet more, the same calculations apply. Let's say that you have a $25 bet on the pass line. With the point of 10, you can have up to 3 times your base bet. 3 times 25 is $75 in odds. With a 2-to-1 payoff, you would win $25 next to your pass line bet and $150 next to your odds bet. Hopefully you already understand how the come bet works. Taking odds on the come bet works just like the pass line. The difference is they are not self-service bets. You would place your come bet down, let's say $10. The dealer would move it up into the point box. Let's say that the next roll of the dice was a 9. Your come bet would travel to the 9. You would lay your odds bet on the table and tell the dealer, odds on my 9 please. Now I prefer to place odds on the line between the come bet and the field. This way it's not mistaken for another come bet. If you wanted to play the maximum odds, put $40 on the table and tell the dealer, odds on my 9 please. The dealer will stack your odds on top of your base bet, but slightly offset. If you roll another 9 and you win, the dealer will place your bet and the winnings. Don't forget to grab your bet and winnings. There is something important you should know about the odds bet. Making an odds bet does not increase your chance of winning. It does not change the probabilities that your point number will be rolled before the 7. If you can only afford to make $5 bets per hand, then don't add odds. The true odds bet is an amazing deal when you put money on it that you were going to bet anyway. If you were going to bet $30 per hand, it would be a better deal to bet $10 on the pass line and back it up with $20 in odds. The overall house edge between the combined bets is lowered. You can win more, but you are putting more at risk. We are gambling, so if you have some luck, then this is a great way to bet. Just understand over time, theoretically, this should be a break-even bet for both you and the casino. Now, our job is to beat the short-term odds, though, and color up more often with the odds bet.